What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going down just south of the equator near the Sunda megathrust. I'm going to show you guys a buoy that has gone wild down here, detecting some sort of what appears to be unusual seafloor movement down south of Indonesia. Also in this video, we're going to take a look at yesterday's UV reading. Here it is from April 22nd of 2022. I took this reading a little bit after the peak solar at 1:45 p.m. and the estimated UV for that time of day was 7.5 in my location. Here are the readings that I got at 1:45. The UVAB was a 11.04. That was the maximum reading, and a UVC reading of 0.04. That should always be 0 at ground level. You should always detect some degree of UVA and B down here at ground level. Yesterday it was a little higher than anticipated. Anticipated again at 7.5. Coming over here to the website, today's Earth days are Tim Yancey, Maya Folk, Vicky A, Lil S, and Josh W. Happy Earth Day to you guys. Also here at the website, quick look at the seismographs around the world over here at the USGS. You can see some activity on various seismographs here at Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Pennsylvania, a couple of big spikes over here at Mexico. That is from an ongoing swarm off the coast of Nicaragua. There's been a 6.7, a 5.3, and here recently a 5.4, and not on the map is yet another one, a 5.1, all coming in at around 15 or 20 miles deep. No tsunamis or anything like that, but definitely some earthquake activity off the coast of Central America. Coming back over to the seismographs, have another unusual seismo up here in Wyoming at Fox Creek. Not quite sure what's going on over here at Fox Creek, but you can see the seismographs, for whatever reasons, are showing some very unusual signatures from time to time. Coming over to the seismograph in Troy, New York, you can see the tall vertical lines. Those are unusual. You don't normally see those on here. The blacks are traditional earthquakes. That's what an earthquake signature looks like. In fact, that's showing you two separate earthquakes that occurred once again off the coast of Nicaragua. Those tall vertical wavy lines don't typically make a whole lot of sense, and they don't represent earthquake signatures. Also over here at the website, quick look at the Schumann resonance, a little bit of activity, but not near as much as on the 22nd, quieting down some compared to yesterday. Looking at the GOES X-ray flux over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center, it too has calmed down a little bit in the last 24 hours. Still showing elevated readings at the GOES X-ray flux, and here's why. We have a collection of sunspots that are facing the Earth, and we also have one down here on the southeastern limb that is about to be in the field of view, also facing the Earth here in a couple of days. So we're going to have quite a collection of sunspots here in the next 2 or 3 days. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. Appears to be some sort of earthquake activity in the middle of Yellowstone Lake here at Little West Thumb, showing a series of small earthquakes, albeit small earthquakes, but nevertheless, those are earthquakes at a supervolcano. And I think up here at Parker Peak, the latest red vertical lines you see here are from the swarm off the coast of Nicaragua that showed up on a couple of the seismographs, but not necessarily all of them. Overall, though, pretty quiet. A little bit of magma intrusion, but not a whole lot going on at the supervolcano caldera. Unlike down here south of the equator at the 11-degree south, just below Indonesia, you can see a buoy here in event mode, and it's detected something, at least according to this graph. It's detecting a rise in the seafloor off the coast of Indonesia. Taking a closer look at the graph, and if we read it literally, you're seeing what looks like a rise in the seafloor over the course of about 6 hours. Then it goes back up to 5,090 meters, where it stays there for the better part of another 6 hours, and then you see what looks like another steady rise in the seafloor, and then it goes back down, like something down there is breathing or rising up and down. The water's very deep in this area known as the Sunda megathrust zone, and the water in some places of that zone are in the area of 21,000 feet deep. So this buoy showing a reading of 5,090 meters, and then a large fluctuation going up to almost 5,040 meters, and in some cases passing 5,040 meters can be verified at its event data details. So we click on that link, come over and look at the digital details of this buoy for this day, April 23rd of 2022. Here's the latest readings, 5,086 meters, and we'll scroll down and you'll see these numbers start to decrease. 5,078, 5,077, right on down the line, all the way down to 5,039 meters. Look at that. And then it starts its way back up. Done it twice now in the last 18 hours. So this buoy is trying, again, to tell us something off the southern coast of Indonesia, that there is a rise, if we read the graph literally, in the seafloor happening twice now in less than 24 hours, lasting a total of 6 hours each. You can see the big, what look like valleys on this graph here. That's showing a rise in the seafloor off the coast of Indonesia. That is very unusual activity indeed. I've seen that a handful of times over the years, and this is one of those handful of times I've seen that happen. Speaking of bizarre, yesterday saw a large-scale hail event across the Central Plains spanning 9 states and over 1,000 miles, spanning from Texas all the way up to the southern border and into Canada, including North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa, and Minnesota, for a total of just over 1,000 miles. A huge hail event spanning across most of the Central Plains. This occurred yesterday, and some of the largest hail coming in at 3.5 inches. That's near softball size hail in South Dakota. Large hail event once again across the central United States. Very unusual buoy off the southern coast of Indonesia, showing some sort of an anomaly on the seafloor. Possible rise of nearly 140 feet off the southern coast of Indonesia. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.